Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Predicted 23. Unfortunately, yesterday we had to put Rosie to sleep and our family's hearts are in a million pieces right now and we're still grieving, obviously, but part to it is that there's nothing else to do but to keep doing, and I'm sure Rosie would want us to keep the show rolling, and that's what we'll do. Beanie's here. So she's there in good spirits. And I just want to thank everyone for all the love that's been sent to us over the last 24 hours. There's nothing that will ever be harder than having to witness your dog's final breath and then they sedate them. Yeah, there's nothing will ever compare. So for anyone who's been through it, I respect you, because that is a layer of fortitude that will mold forever and would have made you stronger, and I'm sure over time will make us stronger. So, all right. Predicted 23. It's time to talk all things black and white. Here we are, guys. Pies versus the D's, Friday night. Be careful. We cannot take this game lightly. We cannot go into this game thinking, we're just going to get the job done, win by 8 goals, and then rely on some other results to happen. The full allotment of focus and energy must be put into the 120 minutes that we'll see at the G on Friday night. Anything less, and beware Cozzy Pickett, beware Petrarca, Max Gawn, Melksham. So let's put together a very, very strong Predicted 23. Let's start with Will Parker, because this is somebody who was really impressive against the Crows. And I saw someone comment, and I know it's early days, but what you loved about Will Parker was his confidence and composure in a finals-like game. We think about players like John Noble, who had after playing 50, 60, 70 games, would always crumble in finals-like games. Even though Parker only had 10 touches, he just had that, just had that something that if you're not born with it, sometimes it's hard to develop. So it seems like he has that, but the question is, can he find the ball more, or can he become an even better defender? Our first inclusion, let's not muck about. Jeremy Howe, welcome back, brother. Welcome back. Main training is on right now as we speak, so hopefully he should be in the clear for the game against the D's. Love to see that. Billy Frampton, another player who just had a really strong game. It's funny, probably his two strongest games have been against the strongest forward opposition you could possibly ask to be against. And did Phil Thorpe have a couple moments against Frampton? Sure, but for the most part, when it was 1-on-1, Frampton would win. And again, it's a testament to the way we set up our game and how we had the ascendancy in the territory. We've spoken about that for the large part of the last 5 days, so we don't need to beat a dead horse anymore, do we? Let's go Perryman, another unsung hero who his last 3 to 4 weeks when things haven't been going well for the Pies, he just constantly steps up. And he's just a soldier. He's a frontline soldier. And another frontline soldier, Braden Maynard. Another frontline soldier, Quaynor. These guys, warriors, man. Warriors. They give us the grit in the back line. They are an integral piece to this defensive unit. What else have we got? What else have we got here? Houston. Part to Will Parker being a starter for this week, or to continue to allow Houston to play forward half and find us quality looks going inside 50. Lipinski is an interesting one for now. I know there's a lot of Lipinski fans here, and I don't have anything against him. I don't have an agenda against him. I just sometimes I always say Lipinski's a product of the system, and when things are going bad, he tends to follow suit. If things are going really well, he also tends to follow that direction. So we'll keep that there for a moment. We'll go DC here. Jack Crisp returned to form. You know, most importantly, the most important thing about Jack Crisp against the Crows was he wasn't fumbly and he was sticking his tackles. He had 13 tackles for the game, 5 more than any other player on the field. And we were all complaining, which is warranted, right? The last few weeks, Crisp isn't sticking his tackles. When he does the don't argue, it's not coming off. And I think he rectified all those issues. So that's a spot fire that's been completely tamed. Great to see. DeGoey, I think he spent 20% of the game in the midfield. Look, if we want DeGoey break the game open, DeGoey, we need him in the midfield and we need him to be up to that standard, that fitness standard. If he's not, then bang. If he's not, then just keep him here and we'll just live with that. But I'm still going to believe that we'll see this magnet in the midfield a little bit more. Nick Dacos, what a moment, what a moment in the last 5 minutes of that game against the Crows. And then also this guy. This guy is pretty much the reason why we had such a dominant game in the clearance battle, because this guy in the first quarter especially just led from the front. Just got every single clearance and found a way. If he couldn't do his time and space and magician type shit, he was able to just to throw the ball on the boot and get some territory, which was very handy in a game like that. We will go in the forward line. Okay. Interesting. Membry, put you there. This guy does not miss. This year, he does not miss. He is super accurate, and accuracy kills. Momentum, it kills teams, it kills hope. He might not find the ball a whole lot, but he leads well, and he's just reliable in front of goal. So how can you not say this has been a raging success for the Pies this year? McStay, McStay is one of those players where in another season, in another period of the season, I'm probably dropping McStay or moving him to the back line, but not with this existing back line, with Howe back. I understand McStay's been thrown around as well, which doesn't help. If he was a full-time forward and had not a chance to settle, it could be different. But we keep him in the side. And he needs to help out DC in the ruck. Myercheck lowered his colours against Mark Keane. A lot of the contest differential, I think we were minus 17. It came from, not from the initial contest, not from the clearances, because we won the clearances. It came from our forward 50 losing so many ground ball contests. Like Mark Keane and Worrell had 17 ground ball gets alone, whereas like a Myercheck only had 3. So there's a differential right there. If you wonder how we lost the contest but won the clearance battle, which I don't know how often that happens, guys. I'm not sure if that's a consistent trend. If you win the clearance battle, I would have thought, especially a high clearance game, a high stoppage game, I would have thought that you would have, if you win the clearance battle, you would win the contest battle by default, but that's clearly not the case all the time. Guys, Bobby Hill, he's obviously spiraling right now, yeah? It's gotten to a point where he's in a precarious position and he's not doing well, okay? So we're just going to leave that there, okay? We were critical of him we were critical of the club when he didn't play last week because we thought it was just gastro. Clearly, there are some other issues that now we cannot speculate around this name anymore. Okay, so I know when to draw a line, and that line was drawn pretty early this week. So let's just leave this name for now, guys. Okay, let's be respectful of that. Everyone goes through shit at times in their life, and sometimes they go so deep that it's, especially in the public eye, we just have to leave this be. Let this guy get his life in order first. Okay. Sending you love, Bobby. McCreary, real good positive for McCreary and DeGoey is the fact that they got through unscathed. I was really worried about potentially McCreary not getting through, and every sprint effort he had, I had my heart in my mouth. Jamie Elliott, clutch. Still has the clutch gene. Still not back to the first half of the season type of form, but it was definitely a positive step in the direction. This guy was playing bloody fullback sometimes, wasn't he, Shooter? He runs that much. Absolute workhorse. Absolute workhorse. All right. Ned Long, again, let me see what happens here. Let me see. Okay, I'm pretty sure Ed Allen's going to be out, yeah? He was the sub. I think he's out. It's unfortunate, but he's probably not quite where we need him to be just yet, and I don't think Fly's going to drop Ned Long. I think Ned Long was okay against Adelaide. It's just his disposal he's being exposed as the last player in the connection piece, which is ironic because he's top 10 in the league for goal assists in amongst midfielders, he's like right next to Nick Dacos. But I would like to know how many goal assists came from his handballing, his 20, 30 meter handballs. That's what I'd be curious to know. All right. Side bottom obviously stays in. Josh Dacos, I mean, it doesn't really matter who's on the bench. We will do that. We'll leave that how it is. And whoever's here, as long as they're not the sub, it doesn't really mean much, guys. Don't read into that too much. And I think it's pretty much just this, guys. Howie Green. Good to see you back, brother. All right. What do you reckon, guys? Look, I obviously didn't do this live yesterday because yesterday I just needed some time, and we can talk more about sort of what's transpired over the last 24 hours in the live tonight at 6 p.m. If you're watching this, guys, and you're still here and you haven't subscribed, I appreciate if you would subscribe. And yeah, until next time, guys, go Pies.